welcome. I'm going to be talking about a quick history of Ashcroft, which is the town that I will be living in this summer. So Ashcroft originally began as the Ute Nation territory along with the rest of Colorado and Utah, which is where they get their name. Then as the Spanish explorers come in, they push them out and they build a town in Ashcroft, which is based highly on mining. Here in Ashcroft, it is actually going to be silver, not gold, which is going to be the main form of economy. And it's going to be highly rewarded for every ore found. But eventually that silver mining comes down to a bust and Ashcroft becomes a ghost town. Actually, Jack Leahy was the last person to leave Ashcroft in the 1930s from almost dying of starvation. He ended up actually passing away in Glenwood Springs at the hospital there. But once he left, Ashcroft truly became the ghost town that we recognize today. I am actually living in Jack Leahy's cabin, which is really interesting. And yeah, that's a little bit about Ashcroft. Stay tuned for some more quick history notes along the way this summer. We have Independence Ghost Town, so another ghost town about an hour from Ashcroft. And we also have a little bit of Aspen history that will be coming in as well as I learn my walking tours. Until then, have a great day.
Cover and then the table.
Hello, beautiful world. I have no hair. I mean, I've always not had hair since like November. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm breathing heavy because I'm going on a hike. And I decided to take a vlog real quick. So excuse my heavy breathing. But last night was our first night in the ghost towns. It was super duper cold. I think I'll go this way. And tonight I'm hoping it'll be better. We're working on getting the what is it called? The wood stove working. So that way we can keep warm. So yeah, instead of listening to my heavy breathing for the next however long, check back in with me when I try to operate that stove. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. You know, the more I walk along this creek, the more I wonder. Because so I'm in Ashcroft Ghost Town in Aspen, Colorado. I'm just giving you a little, not tour, but you can see the nature while I talk. But basically, I'm in Ashcroft, which is a ghost town. And the more I look at this creek, because this whole area was established in like the 1800s. So it makes me wonder like just how difficult it would have been for like not only the men in their wagons, like goodness gracious, those wagons really had it in for them, but the horses crossing basically rapids in a sense. It just blows my mind. Samantha here, of course. I did a thing. I don't know if I did it right though. I'm gonna show y'all. So here's our stove. It is a wood stove. It looks like the 1880s. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh yeah! Yeah, dude! Alright, I think I'm ready.
So, again, we're 25 years and over. We're already interested in alternative medicine. We're educated, middle class, and you may begin. Hold on, Zoe. Go.
Alright, welcome. My name is Samantha, and for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be your personal alternative medicinal guide. Alright, this is a very highly interactive experience, so please have your senses ready. For the next 10 minutes, we are going to be discussing the ancient sources of wisdom to determine how modern medicinal alternatives have evolved and developed. All right, so we're going to take a journey to the past. We're going to go to Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is known as the land between two rivers, and those two rivers are the Tigris and the Euphrates, making Mesopotamia a very fertile land. All right, it's beautiful out there. I'm sure you've expected me to say it's desert out there, but it's beautiful, all right? It is kind of like the Garden of Eden, if any of you are familiar, with our lovely fellows Adam and Eve, except today we are going to be talking about Enki and Ninhursag. All right, those are the Mesopotamian gods, and they have founded the earth. All right, Ninhursag is also known as the original Mother Earth, and or by Mesopotamians, the Lady of the Mountain. All right, so their story goes, Enki and Ninhursag were married, all right? I say married very loosely here, all right? Enki likes to fool around a little bit sometimes. So their marriage was definitely troublesome. So one day Enki decided, hey, I'm going to eat these plants that Ninhursag grew in her garden, all right? And these plants were poisonous. He didn't know that. So he ate them. He thought they were delicious, so he ate some more. All right, he started to get sick and he started to die. And the only person to heal him was Ninhursag. All right, because she is Mother Earth. She knows what to do best. So she meets Enki on his dying bed, and for every wound that she heals, a new deity is born into the Mesopotamian legend. All right, so from those wounds, 8 deities are born, so that tells you Enki had 8 wounds to be healed. And the 3 deities that we're going to focus on today in our journey is healing, growth and vegetation, and minerals. All right, so very alternative options, lots of options that they had there. All right, so before we begin our journey of the senses, you do have coffee pods located around your table that you can kind of sniff and wave in front of you as we go about our day. All right, so from that roller coaster of a story, what can we tell about alternative medicine through the eyes of divination?
Divine healing.
Divine healing, exactly, that's what I was looking for. All right, so we are going to do some divine healing today, according to the Mesopotamians, and we are going to start off by washing our hands the ancient way. All right, so you have a cotton round in front of you. That cotton round is going to be dipped into our solution and rubbed on the back of your hand. All right, so the beer and the hot water act as an antiseptic, antibacterial agent. Okay. All right, so what do we know about beer?
It's fermented.
It's fermented. All right, but alcohol acts as that natural preservative and antibacterial in our hand washing solution today. All right, so once you have that,
That is so And that was sad about my fingers. Okay.
all right. So now that we've washed our hands, we can now enjoy the benefits of Mother Earth, or as I like to call her, Ninnersog. All right. So we're going to start our journey off with some garlic. All right. So go ahead, take a whiff. If you want. If you want.
I'm not
So-
gonna put my fingers in there.
What does garlic remind you of?
Vampires.
Cooking, bread, pasta,
Immune system.
immune system. Exactly. Thank you for getting ahead of me, Susie.
We didn't rehearse this, I promise.
So garlic is a natural immunity booster. All right. Garlic helps fuel the soul, as I like to think of it. All right. Any day you wake up, just take a clove of garlic, eat it, crush it up, put it in your eggs, put it in your food, however you want to do it. 1 clove of garlic a day will keep your immunity healthy and ready to go. All right, so next, I have some pomegranate. Feel free to take a scoop and eat it. Because this is, after all, the journey of the senses. All right, so pomegranate. What do we know about pomegranate?
It's super yummy.
Super yummy. What else?
Antioxidants?
Antioxidant, right. So pomegranate acts as a natural antioxidant, same with blueberries and acai. What the antioxidants do, so as you're taking the garlic is your foundation of immunity, right? All right, it is your infrastructure for the building your body, all right? And so when you eat the pomegranate seeds, you're just keeping your house warm, basically. You're fueling the fire. All right, you're keeping yourself healthy. Pomegranates were also known for fertility in the ancient world. I do believe that the Jewish religion still refers to pomegranates as such, fertility guidance. All right. So how do we feel about pomegranates now?
We like them.
We like them. They're juicy, they're crunchy. May I suggest putting them in the freezer? Then they taste like nature's cereal.
Wow. Down with that.
All right. All right, lastly, but not least, to calm down our senses and to calm us down for the evening, I have lavender. All right. Are you surprised to know that lavender is a calming agent? No. All right, it is very well known as a calming agent, so go ahead and stick out your wrist if you are interested. And I'm going to come around with a drop. Yep, go ahead and do exactly what Susie is doing and go ahead and rub it together.
Good example. This feels stale.
Oh,
That's a really good idea.
all right, so lavender. It smells floral, right? We loved it. It's calming. All right, lavender is also good for stress relief. Put it in a bath bomb. Put it in, if you get the actual lavender flowers, you can make a tea out of it. All right, any way you want to de-stress, it is there for you. What I like to do personally at my nighttime routine is I like to take a little bit of it and put it behind my ears. All right, you smell it while you go to sleep, and it kind of keeps you asleep in that REM state. It is amazing. All right, so what have you guys learned today?
I learned that pomegranates have antioxidants.
Antioxidants? Yes.
Garlic is important.
Garlic is important. Yes.
Beer is antimicrobial.
Yeah, beer is an antimicrobial. Anything else? All right, so on this journey to the past, we kind of get this idea of how the ancients lived, right? And would you be surprised, okay, because I was surprised, would you be surprised if I told you the plant cannabis sativa has evolved with mankind since the ancient days? You are surprised? Yeah. So we have evolved with the plant, and the plant has evolved with us. All right, and it is still used as medicinal alternatives today, as we are seeing in the modern world. So, kind of wrapping it all together, our journey has taught us how the Mesopotamians have allowed for that development and evolvement of natural medicines. Now you have a pamphlet in front of you, right? And that pamphlet is going to give you a long variety of other natural alternatives. All right, take that home with you. Think about how the ancients have given us this land for us to use. All right, not only are plants on there, but we also have other vegetation such as peanuts and garlic and all of that other good stuff that Mother Earth or Ninnersog has given us. If you have any additional questions or are just curious about other things, I will be here to answer those after this program. But thank you for joining me on the journey of the senses. I am teaching another class called Beer, A Taste of the Past. All right, so please join me for that if you are interested.
All right.
Yeah. I was like, where is honey? I know it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
I just took
So Jordan,
Yeah.
We are in the
They spun us off so that
at least
they
with
could get
babies,
the
so
tax
that they
exemption
pay more attention
for
as you make
high
their
school
voice
and the tax
Yeah.
exemption for college because they can't get
But at a certain age.
title.
we're college students. 5 to 10 older professionals, so there's a couple of older professionals. She might be talking about us. Attending a mini lecture at a Midwestern college. Okay? When you start.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ashcroft College Comparative Studies mini lecture series. Thank you again so much for being here. I am Becca Wilson and I'm with the history department here at the college. Just before we get started, I want to point out that there are bathrooms behind me. Our program's pretty short, about only 10 minutes long, so you're probably not going to need them, but there they are. Our program today is going to explore about how the variety of 17th century attitudes towards women influenced the popularity of modern caffeinated beverages in Europe. Okay, so first off, I've got some questions. Who here today has had some tea? Raise your hands. Awesome. Who's had coffee today? Also very cool. Now I'm going to hand some things out for you guys to smell, so if you are allergic to tea or coffee or sensitive to smell, please don't stick your face in it. And while I'm handing these out,
great place to live. If you go a couple of miles down the road, it is much flatter, it is much warmer. Since all of you guys drove up from Colorado today, you probably saw that on the way, that it gets more mountainous as you come up. Ooh. So that actually pertains, we've been populated since prehistory. The prehistoric Sioux people would come up to hunt. They would hunt deer, elk. Primarily they came up for the bighorn sheep populations. And then they would go back down the valley because they didn't want to live here. They left behind petroglyphs, they left behind legends as ranchers pushed them out onto the reservation, which you've also driven through.
To describe what the sugar beet is. So the sugar beet is a root. It is about 13% sugar, and it provides 35% of sugar worldwide. So you've probably had something with sugar beet sugar in it, and on the back of the box, it might just say sugar. It was invented in 1747. It was introduced to the United States in 1830, and it was introduced to Colorado in the 1860s.
hi.
Slightly.